Welcome everyone to Train Tuesday. I'm your host, Jim Wiggins. So glad to have you on board. Boy, we got some great things to talk about that are now at your Athearn dealer, and you can pick these up as soon as this video is over if you like. While you're watching the video, I hope you like the content. And if you do like the content, please do us a favor, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new video like this drops into our channel. And comment. We try to answer as many comments as possible, and we love to interact with you guys. So if you're an HO scale modeler and you're modeling the 1970s to the 1990s, maybe you've got a small shelf layout like myself, and it's time to get some new revenue moving, we've got some great cars to talk about. We're going to be talking about Pullman Standard 5277 boxcars from the per diem era, and then we've got some really cool 42-foot chemical tank cars that we're going to talk about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started and show you what is available now at your Athearn dealer, and maybe perhaps get these for your next operating session. We're going to start with the Athearn HO scale Pullman Standard 5277 boxcar. Now these are perfect if you model the 1970s because they were part of the per diem program. Now that basically meant that new brightly painted boxcars seemed to appear overnight, and a significant builder of these per diem era cars was Pullman Standard. Now the 50-foot outside post non-terminating boxcar became the foundation for the new per diem built boxcars of the 1970s. And the good news is you got to see a lot of regional and smaller short lines advertised on these cars. That also, as a modeler, gives you the ability to kind of mix it up a little bit. You can have smaller regional and short line railroads on your layout that may not even be from your era, or for your area. So without further ado, let's show you what we're going to be offering. We've got a little bit of everything from the 90s all the way back to the 70s. So let's show what we've got. Now, of course, the first one that you see on your screen, this is a 1990s era rail box. A little bit different than when the rail box first appeared. A little bit smaller logo. It's definitely been updated for the 90s. Now, with some decal work and some weathering, you could definitely bring this into the 2000s if you wanted to. We're going to be offering this specific model in 3 different road numbers. So if you're a fan of 1990s era rail box, you've got 3 boxcars in total to pick up. Going back to the very late 1970s and into the 1980s, we've got the Chicago Northwestern version. Again, we're going to offer 3 different road numbers on this car. Now, I say late 1970s. You'll notice there's no ACI label on here, so there's no reason why you can't model this into the 1980s. Southern Railway fans, we did not forget you. We are offering the really attractive Southern gives a green light to innovation and Southern serves the South boxcar in late 1970s era look. This again, you could definitely run this into your 1980s, possibly 1990s if you've got the photographic evidence to prove it. And we're going to offer 3 road numbers for the Southern green light boxcars. Frisco fans, we haven't forgotten you. Late 1970s, you do have an ACI label on there, which means you can definitely model this in the late 1970s. If you want to go further into the 1980s, there's nothing stopping you. 1990s, probably going to have to do a little bit of research to prove these were still in revenue service in the 1990s. Sure they were, but you're probably going to want to update them with new decals as well as a healthy dose of weathering. Here's one that probably caught a lot of you guys by surprise, St. Mary's Railroad. We're offering 3 different road numbers with this car. Boy, the white really just stands out, and you're probably going to want to do some weathering on this sooner than later, depending on what era you're modeling. Now, this is a 1980s, early 1980s. So if you're modeling early 1980s, probably not too much weathering, but boy, by the late 1980s, I'm sure this thing would have a lot of dust and grime on it. And then one from my neck of the woods, the St. Johnsbury and Lamoille County Railroad. Now, this was a short line in northern Vermont. Unfortunately, Well, it's a walking path now. Fortunately, that railroad no longer exists. But in the 1970s, they were known for their Alco RS3s and their covered bridges on their line. And they did have some per diem boxcars, and we're happy to offer three of those for you. Now you can tell this is a 1970s boxcar, complete with that ACI label. And even if you model a Western road, you might want to be tempted to pick up at least one of these for your layout. Now let's talk a little bit about the features of these. Now again, these are Athearn cars, so they're not going to be as detailed or delicate as the Genesis models, but for what you get for your money, you've got a lot of detail to talk about, including in this run, these are all going to have the single 10-foot Pullman standard door. That's based on the prototype, and that's based on what Athearn Product Development learned in their research. These also have separately applied grab irons, end ladders, and brake. And you're going to have the solid metal wheels with the RP25 contour. Now that basically means that they're going to work on all manufacturers' brand of HO scale track. Of course, you have McHenry couplers that are body mounted, so that makes it even more authentic. Another thing too that's nice about these is there's a photo etched crossover platform. If you look carefully right above the coupler, you can see that's a detail that we've added. Now, all of the paint schemes that are offered in this run are based on research that was conducted by Athearn Product Development. And the best of our ability, we got these as accurate as possible. And if you want to know what the minimum radius is on one of these models, it is 18 inches. So even if you just have a small 4x8 layout, you can take advantage of running these on your layout. For myself, I have a small switching layout. That's just a shelf layout, and they're perfect for a quick operations setup. So there you have it. There is the PS 5277 Pullman standard boxcars. Next, let's change gears a little bit and talk about some chemical tank cars. Now these chemical tank cars, there's certainly nothing you would see on the rails today. A lot of these were retired probably in the early 1990s. These are older tank cars, but for this run, we had a little bit of fun with these. We did late 1960s all the way up to the 1990s. It's generally being concentrated on the 1970s when a lot of these were still in active service. And we're offering these in 2 singles as well as a 3-car set. So if there's a specific industry that you need this era of tank car, we've made it easy for you with the 2 singles as well as the 3-car set. Now the first one that you have on your screen, this is a 1981 era Pro car. This is perfect for you guys that are modeling the 1980s. And again, we're going to be offering these as 2 singles as well as a 3-car set. Domino Sugar, 1970s era. This is really cool. So the reporting marks on these are ACFX. And again, 2 singles as well as the 3-car set. If you've got a bakery or anything that takes some type of material like this, this is a perfect car to spot on your industry. Really colorful. And yes, Domino Sugar did have these tank cars. However, by the late 1970s and probably early 1980s, this paint scheme had gone by the wayside. New Jersey Zinc. This is one that we have done in the past. It's been a strong seller, so we wanted to offer it once again. This is a 1970s era car. It has GATX reporting marks, and it's going to be available in 2 road numbers as singles and 3 road numbers in the 3-car set. Now here's one that we've definitely done in the past, and this has always been a popular car. It's the Hooker Chemicals. Now these have an HCPX reporting mark, and this is based on a car from 1967. Now we put 1967 plus because they probably went on into the 1970s, maybe even the 1980s. These are perfect for anybody that's modeling the 1970s on up. Here we've got Corn Products Crystal Car Line. They have a CCLX reporting mark. This is a 1967 era car. However, you can go up from there into the 1970s. The ACI label lets you definitely comfortably model this into the 1970s. And then finally, we have American Car and Foundry. This is going back to 1955. Now we're going to offer these only as singles, and there's going to be two road numbers available. The one that you see on your screen and the ACFX road number that you see just above the car there. Now, if you want to know exactly what road numbers we're offering in this, you can definitely see the PDF in the video description below. Just select that link and you're taken right to the original announcement. And you can also see what's available at athearn.com by selecting what's available in that link down below in the description. Now, we didn't do just 1955 era American Car and Foundry, but we also did the 1990s version. But this one's a little different. This one's only going to be available in the 4-car set. You can see that there's a slight difference in the paint scheme here. This is early 1990s. We don't know exactly how long that these lasted, and they're kind of a stand-in for a particular prototype. However, we wanted to offer these because they're a really cool paint scheme, and some guys are going to want to add these to their fleet. So let's go back to the features of these models. Just some of the high points. These are going to have a separately applied brake wheel as well as the wire form safety handrails. That's a nice feature. Also, the 3-packs that we've talked about, all of the road numbers are unique, so there are no repetition there. You don't have to worry about having the same road numbers in the same pack. And then if you want to know what the minimum radius is on these, well, since they're a 42-foot scale car, you can run these on a radius as small as 15 inches. So really cool. Again, if you've got a small layout or a switching layout that's set in the 70s and 80s, you can add these to your roster and your operations list. Now, again, remember, these are available right now at your Athearn dealer. They're also available at athearn.com. If you shop online, contact your online dealer, and you can pick up one of these right now. Now, if you didn't pre-order one of these are going to sell quick. So you're going to want to get on the phone or on the internet as quick as possible and go ahead and place your orders on these and get them into your next operating session. So with that being said, I've got a couple here. Let's go ahead and run some trains. All right, well, today we're going to be using CSX unit number 6429. This is our GP40-2s that are at hobby shops right now at your Athearn dealer. Don't forget, these have new tooling, so they can have the slug mother and slug set. And also these have new lighting features like the number boards as well as the class lights. Today we're going to do a pretty simple operation. We're going to go ahead and pick up another tank products, or corn products tank car, and we're going to switch out the Lamoille Valley for a rail box car. So let's go ahead and get started. We had some comments in the last video that you really enjoy the operating, so let's do a quick operating session. Well, that's all I've got for you for this Train Tuesday. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a live operating session some night. It's summertime now. I know we're not doing the Train Tuesdays live, but if you want to have an impromptu operating session with one of our new Athearn locomotives while we do some questions and answers, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know what night works best for you, and we'll see about making that happen. Be fun to run some trains this summer and show you all the new stuff. Plus, keep an eye on our social media as well as our newsletter, The Dispatcher, as we hope to have some exciting news for you in the coming weeks. Until next time, everyone, I want everybody out there to be happy, be healthy, be safe, do some modeling, and above all, high greens, everyone. Take care.